Okay, so I will bring you back from the Shadow Realm chat. So sorry about that. Also, hi UDJ. What's up, man? There is a corpse in here. It's a girl's body, seemingly junior or senior high. It's mostly decomposed down to the skeleton at this point. There's a duffel bag on its side next to her with a tracksuit partially hanging out of it, and her student ID name tag is still clearly visible on her uniform. Momijigawa High School, Awamano. This is the girl we've been reading about, how one girl went crazy and basically killed her friend to be with her forever. Yay. Starved to death after being locked in a reference room. She wasn't even dead before she got in here. Jesus. Unless I got it mixed up and Al was the one who was writing. I probably got those mixed up. My apologies. Alright, let's see what we got here. Books. What do we got? There are numerous scrapbooks on this shelf, each containing various newspaper and newsletter clippings. One in particular stands out. It's an old-school 3-ring binder filled with articles that are all over 30 years old.
1973年天神小学校児童連続誘拐殺害事件天神小学校ってこの学校だよね
Yep. That's the start of the Heavenly Host timeline, so to speak.
その事件の記事、どっかの教室にもあったな。
Dashing the hopes and prayers of their concerned parents, 3 of the kidnapped children return home tonight in body bags. Local police gave an official statement at around 4 yesterday afternoon. Yuki Kano, 11, Ryo Yoshizawa, 8, and Tokiko Tsuji, 7, previously reported missing, were found dead in a basement room beneath the school. The circumstances behind their murders are still under investigation, and a suspect with ties to the school's teaching staff is in questioning. First responders report a shocking, grisly murder scene, and have expressed concerns at even allowing the families of the deceased to see their children. Fuck me! That's awful! Significant mutilation is said to have occurred, and officials believe the sight of this may exacerbate the already delicate mental states of the bereaved. The sole survivor of this unspeakable crime is 7-year-old Sachiko Shinozaki, who remains in shock from the experience. Well, that last name sounds familiar. Her testimony may prove invaluable toward closing this case and putting this horror behind us. However, so police are anxious to question her. Meanwhile, other parents have already begun calling Heavenly Host's safety procedures into question in the wake of this tragedy. Members of the PTA have... There's a snippet from another page as well, which includes photographs of the 3 Do not show this on screen. Don't you dare show this on screen. Do not show a you. Okay, they're not mutilated. Yep, those are the 3 ghost children, and the one on the far right is our main antagonist.
俺たちも見たぜ。ここで殺されて、それでたたってやがんのか。
ひどい事件だったんだね。私、最初見た時からあの子たちが怖くて、悪い霊みたいに思ってたけど、この子たちも被害者なんだ。
It's kids, they can't go that far. One of the ghost sprites is missing the top half of her head. So there's just a bottom jaw and tongue. They haven't showed that one yet, I don't think. Probably at the beginning of this chapter. It's been so long since we've seen that. But yeah, in the first game, the 3 ghost children and their different ways that they died were shown on their ghost sprites. So maybe that's just enough wiggle room to not get an AO rating.
鈴本さん、同情心は危険よ。霊の中には生前の人格を失っているものもあるの。
No shit.
今のこいつらは生きている人間にとって味方じゃねえってことか。
As we learned during a 3-month-long death, that even looking at one of the kids is grounds for a bad ending and a gruesome murder.
犯人はどうなったんでしょう。あ、こっちのページに記事があるよ。
Alright, let's see. Accused child murderer commits suicide. Well, he took care of himself. The 32-year-old former teacher believed to have committed the now infamous adolescent kidnappings and murders was found dead early yesterday morning. After being deemed mentally unfit to take responsibility for his actions, he was placed in intensive psychiatric care, but escaped 2 nights ago. The psychiatric ward commissioned a manhunt which culminated in the discovery of his hanged body in a room beneath Heavenly Host Elementary School. Near the site of his shocking triple homicide, the cause of death was ruled as strangulation and is strongly believed to be self-inflicted. As this appears to be a show of remorse, previously thought beyond his mental capacity, his psychiatric ward has come under heavy fire since the discovery. Wow, everybody taking L's around here.
犯人も自殺かよ。救いがねえな。遺族にとっちゃ多少は気が晴れるかもしんねえけど。
I don't know, man. Him not seeing justice probably fucked them up even more.
女の子が一人助かったのがせめてもだよ。
Yeah, the one girl who was spared.
でも変ね。こんな大きな事件なのに、その生き残った子の家族のコメントが一つもないわ。どの記事を見ても、あるのは殺された子たちの遺族や同級生の保護者の談話ばっかり。
プライバシー保護とかで書けなかったんじゃねえの？
そうなのかな。マスコミって被害者も加害者も関係なく取材して書き立てるイメージなんだけど。
Preach, sister. Oh my lord. They'll do anything for a good story. They'll even report it too early before facts come out. Dr. Tomochika Fukurai, research records. Blah, blah, getting all tongue-tied. Mesmer's magnetism. Correspondences with Anna Sprengel. That sounds like a name I would make up. Seraphita, excuse me. Malleus Maleficarum. Voynich manuscript.
心霊学者の記録に魔術結社の通信文、神秘小説の古典。小学校の備品とは思えないわ。
Yes, sir. How do you explain this phenomena? Magic!
貸し出し用の番号シールがないから、この学校の本じゃないよ。
It's all about the morphogenetic field. You can trust me.
そうね。多分、ここに迷い込んだ人たちの。本の持ち主の蔵書印が押してある。キビキ。キビキって読むのかな。どれどれ。本当だ。この人も有名よ。さっき名前が出た佐榎木奈穂さんの師匠と呼ばれてる作家の先生。
Oh, it's all coming together.
キビキ先生もここに。どうして。
Okay. We've got our info. Let's go ahead and check the other bookcases. Nothing on here seems to be relevant. Nothing on here seems to be relevant. Alright, we're out. Later. It's magic. Trust me, I'm a doctor. Absolutely. I've got my PhD in magic.
About
3 months.
携帯の時計
They would have starved to death by that point. I'm so sorry, guys.
確かに空間が変化するってことは時間が変化してるとも考えられるから。
俺の腹具合から判断すると晩飯済ませて早いやつなら布団に入ってる頃かもしんねえな。
お腹空きました。
And so it begins.
できれば食べ物も探さなきゃね。その前にどこかでちょっと休憩しよう。そうしてもらえると私も助かるかも。霊障っていうほどじゃないけど妙に体が疲れてるみたい。
Oh no, oh no, oh no, I know what's coming. I heard the death clock chime again. No. Don't go there. Don't do it. And so the four of us headed to the safest spot we could think of, settling in for a bit to help calm our spirits and refresh our bodies. Almost immediately, both Kishinuma and Shinozaki sat down, closed their eyes, and fell fast asleep. Understandable, considering what they'd just experienced.
二人とも眠っちゃったみたいね。
And then we get the ugly snores. Shinozaki.
きっと疲れてるんですよ。岸沼さん、あゆみさんを助けるためにいろいろ頑張ってましたし。
That's actually really cute there on the left.
ナナちゃんも疲れたでしょ。はい。けど、なんだか眠れなくて。
How are they feeding or quenching themselves? They aren't. Most people, if they aren't brutalized to death, they starve.
ナリちゃんたちが今頃どうしてるのかって考えると、今すぐ走り出したいくらいです。わかるよ。私もシゲ兄のことを考えるとすごく焦ってくるっていうか、今すぐ顔見たくなっちゃう。あれ、ナナちゃん、その足。
Oh no, is it getting worse? Huh? We're bruising buddies. They were the same bruise-like markings around Nana's slender thigh. Stop saying that I'd seen before. But they become much darker in color. Are we going to explode? They looked pink originally, as if she just rubbed her skin up against something. But now they were a deep, dark purple, the color of grapes. Oh my lord! She might lose her legs!
大丈夫？痛くない？え？あざならさっきからありましたけど。そうじゃなくて、なんか濃くなってるから。
Tick, tock.
ほんとだ。変な色になってる。なんだろう。
It's the darkening!
内出血してたから時間が経って閉塞したのかな。ごめんね。あんまり気にしない方がいいね。
Oh, that's some good copium!
でも跡が残ったら嫌だな。ナナちゃん美脚だもんね。
Stop talking about her legs like that!
そんなことないですよ。スタイル良くて羨ましいな。私もナナちゃんくらい身長があったらシゲ兄と釣り合い取れるのに。彼氏さんですか？
Oh, Mayu!
そういうのじゃないんだけど、大事な人かな。
He's a really important person to me. My tax accountant.
いつも近くにいてくれて、私のダメな部分も受け入れてくれて、私を支えてくれる人。 素敵な人なんですね。
Well,
私にとってはね、同じ演劇部だからってわけじゃないけど、王子様なんだよ。
some
岸沼
kind of
くんなんかに
prince.
言わ
Oh
せ
my
ると
god.
悪い魔法使いらしいけどね。
Alright, he's asleep and still catching strays.
岸沼さんってやっぱりあゆみさんのこと。
Wonderful. With a lot of quote fingers around that.
あれ気になる？ナナちゃんってば。 あ、違います。そういうんじゃ全然。
I just think he's neat.
ごめん、お約束だからつい。
I love gossiping about my friends when they're 2 feet away from me snoring.
でも実際のとこ、岸沼くんにとっては厳しい状況なのよね。ライバルがいるから。
Hold on, a new development.
お似合いなのに。
I actually don't remember this.
似た者同士でもあるのよね。素直になれないところが。
A burn on both your houses. They just don't talk about how they feel about one another.
まゆさんも森重さんの前では素直になれなかったりするんですか？
Ooh, shots fired.
だからそういう人じゃないってばもう。
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
でも自分でもよくわからないな、この気持ち。しげ兄に会ったらどうしたいんだろう、私。
What do I want him to do? Well, show me his phone, honestly.
岸沼くんみたい
Let's see how many weird pictures of corpses we have on there.
それとも頑張ったなって頭撫でてもらいたいのかな。
What? No, he's not like that. I just want him to hug me and pat me on the head and tell me I'm a good goyle.
やっぱり実際会ってみないとわかんないや。会えますよ、きっと。岸沼さんがあゆみさんに会えたみたいに。
I want him to embrace me.
ありがとう。持田くんもゆかちゃんや中島さんと会えてるといいな。先生も篠原さんも。みんなで帰って文化祭の時撮った写メ交換して。
Tick, tock.
私もみんなと会いたいな。
Well, unfortunately, Nana, one of your friends can only count to 5, and, well, the other one is half of what they used to be.
ごめんね。私ってば自分の話ばっかり。私ちょっとその辺見てきますね。お手洗いも行きたくなっちゃったし。一人で？危ないよ。ちょっとだけですから。
Mm-hmm.
お友達のことを思い出して、
Oh boy.
じっとしていられなくなっちゃったのかな。
Oh boy.
鈴本。
God! Don't do that!
起きてたの？岸沼くん。
Were you listening to that entire thing? Don't answer that.
一緒に行ってやってくんねえか。念のためにさ。
そうだね。岸沼くんは篠崎さん見ててあげて。
So, you mentioned that she'll be the third name tag for her school. I did miss a name tag, and there's still an extra name tag for one of the bad endings. You have to get a bad ending in order to get one of the name tags. So, maybe, I don't know.
すまねえ。なんかあったらでけえ声で呼べよ。 篠崎叩き起こして飛んでっからよ。
暗いから篠崎さんのろうそく一本借りるね。
So as I've learned from Chapter 1, and fate cannot be changed, I'm interested to see how this will actually change. I know that was a bit redundant, but get off my back. We've been in this chapter for an extra 2 hours and 30 minutes. Oh no. Tick tock. The bathroom felt empty. There was no indication of Nana's presence whatsoever.
ナナちゃんと入れ違いになっちゃったのかな。
Hello, other living being. Hello, other living being. They seem nice.
ナナちゃん、どうしたの？ナナちゃん。
Oh, bullshit. The sound that echoed through the hall was like that of a butcher slicing up a large chunk of meat, bone and all. And this sound was accompanied by the dimly lit figure of Nana sprawled out on the ground in front of me. Alright, brace yourselves, everybody. If you don't like gore, chances are you're gonna get a face full of it. Oh! Fuck! God! Why? Oh, come on! Wait, what? It was really just the top half of her body severed cleanly at the thigh? Her legs were completely gone? I was just kidding! I was just kidding! She was still fully alert and aware. Her legs exploded! This grisly sight was too much for me to handle. I became weak in the knees and fell backwards, landing on my butt. I couldn't move. I was kidding! I did the same thing in Chapter 1. Oh, I was just kidding. I didn't think they'd actually do it. Nana was bending and contorting her back and writhing on the ground as if struggling to escape the pain and the fear. I wanted to help her, but I had no idea what I could do. Nothing had ever prepared me for a situation like this. I couldn't stand up. I couldn't even think. The sight of Nana's squirming body gushing blood every which way was burning itself into my mind. It was the most frightening thing I'd ever seen. What the hell am I going to use for thumbnails in this? I could sense the presence of another person in the shadows just behind Nana's torso. Oh! What if that was just a cut mark? Like, I'm gonna start slicing here. By the way, chat, I moved you to the top left-hand corner so you are not blocking the text. I should probably send you to the Shadow Realm for shit like this, but I wanted to see genuine reactions pop up on screen. Who was it? The darkness was all-encompassing past a certain point, giving only the vaguest notion of a human silhouette within an inky black void.
あそこ、更衣室。違う。どこなの？あそこ。
Is it going to be Morishige? Oh, let it be Morishige. That door should have led into the pool locker room, but the lighting, or lack of it, was completely wrong. There was also an indescribable indescribably foul odor wafting out from within, so powerful and revolting that I felt it could never leave my senses again. Ew. And whatever being was lurking in the shadows of that horrible room was getting closer to me, step by step. I still couldn't make out a single feature, but frankly, I didn't want to. His existence alone was threatening enough. Whoever this was, I could sense his shadow posturing itself over Nana's head as if preparing to swallow it whole. Like a crocodile. In fact, the shadow was beginning to resemble a crocodile more and more. Was this even a person? No. The figure was now fully visible and was indeed a person, I think. He grabbed Nana by the head, then turned and began dragging her into that horrid room. Oh, he's not done with her yet. She was clearly nearing death, as it took everything she had to scream in protest. Her voice was getting weaker, and her writhing less pronounced. I couldn't even imagine how painful it must be to have one's severed body slowly dragged across the floor, exposed side down. It would be bad enough just having my head held in that massive, filthy grip. No, grip isn't the right word. It really was more like a bite. These were the panicked, primal screams of a person's last moments on Earth. It's a sound no one should ever have to hear, much less produce. And once you hear it, it's the kind of thing you'll be hearing again for the rest of your life. Nothing can ever wipe it from your memory. It stays with you. I sat there dumbfounded, so disturbed that I could barely breathe, and watched the slow slither of Nana's body as she disappeared into the unknown. It only took a few seconds for her to vanish into blackness, but those were the longest few seconds of my life. And once she was gone, only a wide swath of blood remained, tracing our path down the hall and across that hellish threshold. If you're not vibing with these sounds, that means the game's doing its job extremely well. Gathering all my courage, I ran at full speed toward the black void, but found no room to enter. Beyond the door was nothing more than a solid wall. Now that's just cheating. No, we could still hear it too. Fuck off. It was just as Shinozaki had said. Right before my eyes, a human being was being pulled into a space that simply no longer existed, pulled out of reality. And yet, I could still hear her.
走ってるの。走る向きが逆でしょ。ナナちゃんは後ろにいるのに。助けなきゃ。ナナちゃん助けなきゃ。離れていってる。無理。私には無理。できない。ごめん。ナナちゃん。私、何にもできなかった。岸沼くんたちになんて言えば。
Tell them the truth.
さっきまで一緒に話してたナナちゃんがあんなことに。足があざの形に切れてしまって。
So what does that say about your bruises?
あざ。
There you go.
ナナちゃん、あのあざのところは切られ。
Oh, yours is more of a explosive pattern. Tick tock.
私のお腹のあざは関係ないよね。偶然だよ。やだ、私こんな時まで自分の心配。だけど
I opened my compact mirror and hesitantly brought it down to my abdomen, lifting my shirt and loosening my skirt a bit to get a better look. No one can escape fate, Mayu. That's worse. The color of the bruise on my abdomen had darkened significantly. It was far more pronounced now, practically pulsating in purplish red. It looked more like some kind of demented crest that has surfaced from deep inside my body. Tick tock.
色が濃くなってなんかはっきりしてきてる。それに前よりも広がってきて。何これ。なんで。ただのあざだよね。ほっといたらすぐに消えて。
This scene was one of the reasons you kept asking me to play this. Brother, I was hooked from the end of Chapter 1. I just kept telling myself that it would go away on its own. It was nothing, and I was starting to believe it. Feeling somewhat placated, I lifted the mirror up and prepared to shut it and put it away, when I caught a quick glimpse of my face in pure panic. I saw fear. I saw sadness. I saw defeat. But I also saw something else. A black scar on my face. Fuck! I was kidding! I was joking! Stop it! No! At first I doubted my eyes, but I wasn't seeing things. Nor was it a smudge on the mirror. It was another discolored bruise, just like the one on my abdomen. It was nowhere near as dark, but it was definitely there, and given enough time, it would probably get a lot darker. You can't joke with this game? Yeah, no kidding! Huh. Fate's catching up with you.
違う。何か汚れがくっついているだけだよ。 んなのちょっとこすればすぐに。
Yeah, that's right. I tried spit shining it away with my finger, but all that did was make it wet. And each time I pressed down on it, the surrounding skin would turn white, creating greater contrast and making it stand out more. It wasn't going away. It wasn't going away! And if it just kept darkening, I might wind up like Nana.
やだ。
Torn apart at the seams.
鈴本、どうかしたのか?
You know, I think Mayu had a better fate in the original Corpse Party, where she just got thrown 150 miles an hour at a wall and basically exploded. Mainly because she didn't see that death coming. This one, it's a slow burn. You're gonna die, and it's coming. It's coming.
なんか声聞こえたから気になってよ。小笠原はまだ見つかんねえのか?
Tick tock.
心配ね。今からみんなで探し。鈴本さん？ダメ！しちゃダメ！
I took a step away from them, despite myself. What do you mean, still exploding is better than exploding? Look, it's 10 times worse when you know it's coming.
どうしたんだよ?
お願い！来ないで！なんでもないから！
Oh, you're a horrid liar.
何かあったの？その鏡に何か。
I saw my own death, like I did at the beginning of this chapter.
なんでもない！何も映ってない！平気だから！私。
I couldn't let them see me like that. I didn't want them to see that hideous bruise.
おい、鈴本!
Tick
鈴本さん！
tock.
どうしよう。どうしよう。また逃げてる。私。でもどこへ？あざを消さなきゃ。これを消さないと。でないと私ナナちゃんみたいに。早く消さないと。
Time's up. I had some concealer in my makeup bag. Maybe I could hide it. Doubt.
これなら見えないよね。あんなあざ、ちょっと寝て目を覚ましたら治ってる。絶対に。
Yeah, I was getting all worked up over nothing. It was just a little mark on my face, after all. In games like these, A death mark is never a good sign. Probably just a result of all the stress I'd been feeling here. Once things calmed down, it would go away for sure. Okay. Okay. We're here. We're here. This is the end of the chapter. As soon as we leave the nurse's office, the chapter ends. Is there anything in this room? Ugh. How high did our darkening level get? 58. Doing pretty bad there. Bye-bye. Oh shit, can we not get out of here? Oh boy. And it wasn't like it was locked. Rather, it felt almost as if someone were holding it closed with supernatural or superhuman strength. I looked at it a bit more closely and concluded without question that that's exactly what it was. Ooh, interesting. Are we going to have to fight that evil darkening demon that was trapped in here? By the way, I'm going to put just like a little warning here. We're about to get to a huge reveal that is not going to be pleasant for anybody watching. So, if you need to turn away and just listen to what happens, well, you can. Feel free. You can also mute the stream. And that'll help, I'm sure. I felt an unpleasant heat radiating all along my back muscles, across my entire spine. I was being watched. There was some sort of moist, lukewarm presence in the room with me. And slowly but surely, I could sense it moving. I was too scared to turn around. It was a little girl wearing a red dress. Probably a first or second grader. Her skin was as pale as pottery, contrasting with her lacquer-like hair, and she looked somehow familiar. Bingo. 篠崎幸子。嘘でしょ。だってあれ30年以上も前の。保健室がまだ殺風景なの。そうだ。人体解剖標本。人体解剖標本が欲しい。Turn away from the screen. Fuck! Duh! Uh-oh. Son of a bitch! Son of a bitch! お姉ちゃん、また遊べるね。Oh no. Don't, just, oh boy. Okay. Something was dripping onto the back of my hand.
涙。
You're missing an eye there, Mayu. That's what I thought at first, anyway. If I'd started to cry, I wasn't aware, but considering what I was going through, it wouldn't have been surprising in any way. I wondered just how much I'd cried since getting sealed up in this godforsaken place. Probably more than I'd ever cried before in my entire life. But these weren't tears, were they? Was it blood then? Did these children do something to me? Sure enough, I reached up and touched my face. My finger came in contact with something sticky. Something sticky and red.
いや、何したの？何にも。
Sachiko's answer was cold and disinterested, and came accompanied with a crooked, wry smile. She was just a child, yet one glance from her made every hair in my body stand on end.
鏡で見てみたらどう？少しだけ待っててあげる。
Did those bruises happen to open up? Sachiko's face somehow made me feel as if there might be two sides to her. One gentle and one not. But regardless of which I was dealing with here, I wasn't about to go against her recommendation. I was legitimately curious myself. So I took out my compact, opened it, and here's the money shot!
なんでこんな嘘だよ。
The bruise I'd concealed with my makeup had sprung back to the surface once again, though it could hardly be called a bruise anymore. My skin had literally split open from inside, and blood was beginning to seep out through the pinkish fissure, bead by bead.
こんなの違う。違わないお前だよ。抗わなければ一瞬でいけたのにね。だけど残念。お前はそのお腹の亀裂の通りに散って死ぬのはもう決まっているんだよ。
Oh. The bruise along my stomach and abdomen had followed suit, splitting open and dripping dark red blood everywhere. She's just gonna fall apart. At this point, I'd completely lost any ability to think or reason. I was a goner, and I knew it.
壁にぶつかって一瞬で死ぬよりももっと辛い。ゆっくりとした散り方で死になさい。
Oh, you fucking bitch. Of course she remembers how Mayu died the first time. And now she's just being toyed with.
人体解剖標本の作戦。やめて！来ないで！やめて！
Let's play with her organs. Yeah, I was a goner. I couldn't fight it. Somewhere deep in the pit of my soul, I knew there was no way out. This unimaginably cruel fate was predestined. I couldn't escape. Oh, sure, I tried to run. I squirmed and resisted with every last bit of strength I had. But fate had me by the ankle, and it wasn't about to let go. If only I could force myself to lose consciousness. Maybe I could avoid the unbearable agony that I knew was coming. But sadly, I wasn't that strong-willed. I could feel the hands of the children all over my body, coming from virtually every direction, and they were really digging.
しげに来ない来ないしげになんて来やしないんだよ。
I was seized with pain, unlike anything I'd ever even imagined possible before. I couldn't talk, couldn't move, couldn't even think. I felt like my head was going to explode under the pressure of the millions of nerves, all telling my brain just how much every part of my body hurt. And it didn't stop. Every moment it grew worse and worse. Then I began to drift away.
ひどい匂い。その辺の廊下にでも飾っておこうか、この標本。学校がどんどん賑やかになっていくな。
Sachiko's voice sounded like it was far in the distance. It was then that I realized the agony I'd been feeling had changed. It was no longer pain, but chill. I didn't hurt anymore. I was just cold. So cold that I couldn't even feel my body. So cold.
ものすごく寒いよ。しげに。もう指一本動かない。私が死んで惨めな死体になっても嫌いにならないでくれる？しげに、私ね、しげにのこと。
My final wish is that Shig be the one to find my body. As long as it's not too revolting to look at, anyway. I want him to think I'm pretty. I miss him. Shig. Bro. Cool. The scene's done now, by the way. You can come back. So Mayu's going to be thrown against the wall and smashed just like in the other scenario. But she got to feel her death first. And then got thrown against the wall. Cool. Cool. Fuck me, dude. Holy fucking shit. Woo! What the hell, me? Look! Maybe I should have pre-vetted this. Just be like, hey, is this worth bringing to my channel? Jury's still out on that one. Woo! Yeah, had I known more than 10 years ago that Let's Playing Corpse Party would eventually have me playing Book of Shadows, I might have double thought about it. Maybe not have done it. But then again, I'm still vested. We got 5 more of these bitches. Encounter, Purgatory, Shangri-La, Mire, and Tooth. Oh, and then a hidden final chapter. Yeah, that one hurt. That one hurt. If you want to... Man, Danganronpa's got a lot to live up to if they want to talk actual despair. Oh, I want to kill you, but I want you to feel it first. Yeah, just... Whew, that was a lot. That was a lot! Whew, yeah.